What up though, it's your boy Rello, back with a One Piece Bounty Rush video. Today's video is going to be showcasing how to play the role of a defender. I will be using Kid and Rollin Big Mom for this showcasing to play the role of a defender. As you can see, I have a tanky / skill cooldown set for Kid, and it's pretty useful for him because you know when he's knocked down, he get his heals and he'll get his skill 2 back faster as well. And for Big Mom, I'm using a similar set but slightly different. It's a tanky set, but I will be getting my skills way faster with this metal set. The only downside with this metal set for Big Mom, her cap speed is no extra cap speed. So it's still a very good metal set for Big Mom, and it comes clutch a lot of times with the skills. For the support, I'm going to be using Runner, Straw Hat, Zoan, Grand Line, New World, Paramecia, Captain, Attackers, and Defenders. Alright, now for the first match, we're going to have a Brook, a Big Mom, and a Dressrosa Usopp on our team while using Kid. And on the enemy team, we have a Oni Luffy, a Oni Nico Robin, a Kaido, and a Roger. So this one we have like 3 defenders, and I have double defenders, so it's not like I can do anything else. So I'm pushing for the second flag. Brook is going to push to mid with the Usopp, which is kind of clutch because he has the status effect, so he can try to stall him out more while he's over there in the mid. And I back him up with my skill 1 to knock back the Kaido. I push up with the Usopp right here because I see Kaido is pushing up, and then the Usopp misses his skill, and I try to use my skill 2. So typically what you want to do with defenders, you're going to want to always fill up all the flags that your teammates have capped. You want to try to defend those flags. My playstyle with defenders, I typically try to defend at least 2 flags. I'll try to place myself either in the treasure area so I can tank more, or I'll try to place myself between 2 flags so if I need to get into one of those treasure areas, I can defend those flags. So right there, with the help of Big Mom, we take out the Kaido with my skill 2. And I push up right here because my health is low to try to take out some enemies and do as much damage as I can before I get taken out, because I know I wasn't going to survive much longer. So I just wanted to help my team and then come back with Big Mom where I can clutch a little bit more because she has more versatility. So with Big Mom, I'm going to be pushing up to the mid right here. I see Marcos pushing up. I got him on the wall, so I use my skill 2. Do a lot of massive damage and use the skill 1. I know Big Mom has a runner form, but I still typically use my runner form as a defensive player as well, unless I need to cap the flags with Big Mom. My playstyle with Big Mom is slightly different than everybody else's, especially with this metal set because I don't have any cap speed. So right here, I take out 2 enemies with the skill 2, which comes clutch. And like I said, I'm defending these flags. And with Big Mom, you know, when the enemy is in the treasure area, you can defend and fill the flag up while they're there anyway. So Big Mom is the #1 defender in the game, hands down. Just like I said, defending this mid, trying to take off this Shanksaki state to help my team try to take them out. And then I use my skill 2 to try to shock as many enemies as I can. Turn back to the skill 1 to turn into defender form. Use the skill 2 to do massive damage to the Broly and the other enemies as well. So we holding down this flag pretty good. We have Shanks pushing up right here. Use my skill 1, try to get some damage on the other enemies. And I help the Brook out right here with the hands with the enemies, and I push back towards mid just in case if we got taken out, and we could try to hold this middle flag so we get the dub. GG, shout out to the team, shout out to that Brook for doing his thing, holding it down even though he wasn't even in this treasure area. And we're going to finish the game with the total score of 6,934 with 1 cat 5 kills. Alright, now for the second match, we have Big Mom, Zoro, Luffy, and another Big Mom. And then on the enemy team, we have Blackbeard, Defender Kaido, Perospero, and Runner Yamato. So in this one, basically, I'm going to be going for the first flag because I'm the closest to it, and then I'll try to back up my teammates when it's needed. If I have to push early, push early. That's something you have to keep in mind as well when you're playing defenders. Sometimes you can't just sit on the main flag. Like, see right here how the big mom was sitting there trying to fill it up with me when she could have went and capped this flag. This could have backfired on us. So right here, I use my skill 2, and the other big mom used her skill 2. So we basically almost team wiped the whole team together right there. So that was pretty clutch. So we got a pretty good start right here. Turn into the runner form, trying to cap this mid flag as well, but the other big mom get that. So just trying to help them defend his mid with the Blackbeard and everybody there. And we're doing pretty good. Get a perfect dodge on them. So, always try to make sure you look out for characters that can do massive damage to you, such as like Blackbeard, since he has more damage to Devil Fruit users, or anybody like the Zoro when he changes elements, stuff like that. You want to keep that in mind. But, like I said, my Big Mom set is pretty tanky, and as you can see, I get my skills back pretty fast. So for my Big Mom to be a defender, she's a pretty good defender because she can spam her skills, tank a lot of damage, and dish out decent damage to the enemies. But we just holding it down, basically solo dolo for the most part. In mid, like, my teammates are getting wiped out if they jump in, but I'm like basically just straight holding it down by myself. Like I said, defending 2 flags is my play style with defenders. So I see the king try to go for our D flag, get the perfect dodge on the skill 1 and give him the hands, do massive damage, almost take him out. He tried to push up, he uses dodge, I use my skill 2 to take him out right there. So now that he got my mid flag a little lower, I push up to try to fill that up, use my skill 2 to avoid any damage. That's another invincible skill. And then my other teammate, Big Mom, pushes up as well. So since he's up there, I push back just in case if somebody comes through that has something that can do a lot of damage to us and take out both the Big Moms, and then that will be like a changing event in the match. So you want to play smart as a defender as well. You don't want to just be standing there or running up with everybody else, and next thing you know, your whole team is wiped, and then it's like the last 30 seconds and you lose. So just try to play strategic when you're playing defenders, and just be aware of your surroundings as well. Like right now, it's Yamato on our D flag, but I have a teammate there, and I see that enemies is pushing to the mid. So I push up to the mid to hold that down. Use my skill 2 because the Shanks is right here. I didn't want him to do any kind of skill that can probably one-shot me sometimes. And then get Blackbeard the hands to hold it down. So got an 11K score in this match. Shout out to Big Mom for being the best defender in the game, hands down. And we just basically, soloed that mid basically the whole game. We got 2 caps, 3 kills with 11K score. Now for the last and final match, we have a Zoro, a King, my Big Mom, and a Halimpo. Yes, you see that right, a Halimpo. We have a Frankie, a OT, a Uta, and Big Mom on the enemy team. So in this match, I'm going to be going for the first flag, and I'm going to try to fill this up close to max, if not max, until I need to push up. Like I said, you have to push up when it's needed to defend the other flags, or, to help your teammates, defend your teammates. I feel another thing that defenders need to do is defend your teammates because you're the tanky one. So you're kind of like their guardian. So right here, I see that the teammate need a help from me right here. I use the skill 2 to get some damage on that OT. And then I try to fill this up close to max. And I push up with the skill 1, take out the OT. So I'm in my runner form still. And with my metal set with Big Mom, when it's 80% or more on the treasure gauge, I get my skill 1 and skill 2 back faster. So I'm trying to get my skill 1 as quick as I can. I use my skill 2 so I can shock them, turn into the defender form, and use my skill 2 again. Right here, I would have took out the boy Hancock, but Pudding comes and take out the boy Hancock instead of trying to attack the Big Moms. So they take the mid, and unfortunately right after that, Kaido back capped us, and took the second flag. So my teammate Big Mom shocks the Kaido, and I use my skill 1 to do massive damage to him. Almost takes him out, but I have heal block on right now, so I don't push up with the rest of my team because I have heal block, like I said, and I don't want to get wiped out as a Big Mom because I'm more useful with Big Mom than I am with Kid, even though my Kid is tanky. So right here, I have my skill 2, shock the enemies, and Zoro takes out the Big Mom. So I push up in the runner form to take this mid. You have Uta right here, pushes up, use her skill 2 on me, but she's one shot, so I'll give her the hands and take her out. So now I can turn into defender form and try to fill up the mid flag. Right here, I'm going to use the skill 2 to help my teammate out right here since he's fighting 2 enemies. And I take out the Frankie and do massive damage to the Kaido. I get hit by the OT right here. Use the skill 1 on her, but she was knocked down. So right here, I see that somebody is back capping the second flag. I get stoned by the boy Hancock, but I have a teammate right there. And I use the skill 2 to shock her to help my teammates try to take her out. And then I push to the second flag to turn into defender form to fill up the flag. Use the skill 2 to try to hit those enemies through the fountain because, you know, Big Mom skill 2 can go through objects. And it's pretty clutch, especially if the team don't, or the enemy team don't see it coming. Because, you know, a lot of times when you use Big Mom skill 2, enemies can perfect dodge it because they know the timing of it. It's pretty easy to perfect dodge Big Mom skill 2. So try to be strategic with that skill 2 with Big Mom if you use Big Mom. So right here I see somebody's back capping our second flag, so I'm trying to defend that flag and push back up to defend the mid flag from this Big Mom as Zoro comes and cleans her up. So shout out to the Zoro. We ended up basically, you know, soloing holding down the mid and everything and get the dub, even with a Halimpa on the team. So shout out to the team. Hopefully this helps some of you guys learn how to play the role of defender. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.